What's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Cars 3. This is episode 2, and I just want to say thank you guys for all the love on that first episode. I was not expecting that level of support, and I'm excited to jump into a new racing career here with you guys. Now, I gotta be honest, this game is a little bit grindy. To be able to get money, you've got to get XP, and you need quite a bit of it, so you really need to do a lot of the races. So in the interest of keeping the series fresh and interesting and exciting, I think I'm going to be doing some grinding off screen, and my plan is every episode we're going to have a new racing series, like a new classification and a new car. And that's just kind of how we're going to do it. So like last episode, the first one, we started in Road E with our Honda Civic. I went through and completed quite a few of these races off screen. And then now today, we're going to be able to check out Road D. We'll go through and pick some interesting ones that we like. Then in the next episode, we'll do Road C, Road B, Road A, hypercars, all the way down the line. That way, it keeps things fresh, it keeps things interesting, and we're not sitting here grinding out with the same car for too long. I kind of feel like that's going to be a decent idea. So with that in mind, we are going to head to the showroom here, and we need to purchase a Road D car. So here in Road D, we've got a 2006 Lancer Evo 9. We've got a 2019 Alpine A110S. This is the one I think I'm kind of leaning towards. 2020 GR Supra. 87 Porsche 959S. 2017 Aston Martin DB11 actually wouldn't be bad at all. That's $54,000. How's our Supra looking? 51. I mean, you know, the Supra's a lot lighter. It's got a lot less horsepower. I mean, it's pretty interesting. Top speed on the Aston's a lot better. Braking and handling is going to be better on the Supra. I think the Aston might be a slightly quicker car, but I just really like those new Supras. We've got an 84 Ferrari 288 GTO, and then we've got a few at the back here. Ooh. That C63 would be nice, but we need to be level 3 to be able to get that. So I'm thinking we're going to go with the 2020 Supra. Let me go ahead and purchase this bad boy. $51,000 later, we got a new whip in the garage, and let's go ahead and let's try to do, how do we do some customization here? Let me select this. We're going to go to upgrades. We could do some upgrades. I'm thinking let's at least upgrade like the Stage 2 Turbo. We're going to go with this. That's going to be $2,200. We could also go in and change the colors and stuff. I mean, to be honest, I did really like the red. I'm kind of thinking maybe more of like a yellow though. I feel like the yellow looks pretty nice. The red was gorgeous for sure. I mean, a black would look good. A white would look good. The purples look pretty good. Some of the light blues look pretty good. I think I'm going to go with the yellow, though. Got different stripes and stuff we can put on there, both on the front and on the sides, which is kind of interesting. I do feel like this is a pretty gorgeous car by itself, though, so I don't know if I want to put any crazy stripes or anything. I kind of like white. I think I'm going to go with white here, and then we can put it on 20s. What do you guys think about that? Ooh. I mean, it's kind of cool. I feel like the stock rims looks pretty good too. Maybe we want to do a little bit less white. I mean, the black looks good. Is there anything? I just kind of feel like getting a little untraditional. You know what I mean? Like I realize white looks a little crazy and a little racery, and I don't know. That's a pretty common thing for race cars to have white rims. I kind of feel like something a little bit different is gonna look interesting rather than just keeping it the same. Maybe a little bit smaller too. The 19s. Something like that doesn't look bad. I like that. Tires, we can get some, ooh, I like that. Like the Bridgestone Potenzas there. That looks pretty good. Starting to look a little bit better. All right. I mean, this is cool. We'll get a little bit more in depth with some decals and stuff in the future. But we're going to check out Road D here. So we've got a South England Duo Championship. It's going to be a 2-round race. And we are going to be starting at Donington Park. Ooh, that yellow's looking fresh. I like that, man. Obviously, I mean, it's a good-looking car. I don't know if I'm sold on the front end. I really like the rear end. I like the side profile, but I feel like any color is going to look good, especially, you know, the typical whites, blacks, grays, gunmetal, stuff like that. But I feel like it's you know, obviously a very unique, very aggressive-looking vehicle. So I feel like that yellow kind of makes a statement, which is exactly what we're trying to do right here. Try to come into Class D racing and just absolutely show out. Sliding all over the place. It's all right. We're going to turn it into a bit of a demo derby off the start. No big deal. You boys got this. We're going to get aggressive. We got to do our thing, man. It's 2 races. It's the sum of your points from each race, so we got to make sure we're out here performing in this first one, which it looks like we're already up into P4. Got a couple of Mercs, and what is that, a Mustang up there in front? Something like that. The more I've played this game, like I've been grinding it for the past couple of hours, just getting some money for us to be able to buy the new car. I really like their system for the notifications of like breaking points and stuff. And obviously it's quite a bit different than like the typical racing line you get in video games. I don't know, I really like it. It's easy to see where the apex of a corner is and know where to aim your front end when you're coming out of a corner, but the braking points are the toughest part of any track. Like if you haven't raced on the track before, it's really tough to go 100% and go all out without knowing where the braking points are. Like you kind of have to have previous knowledge, or at least run quite a few laps to memorize it, or whatever else. So knowing like, oh hey, right here I might want to think about braking a bit is really, really useful. And typically I feel like they're a little bit early, so like you can push it a little bit, but it at least puts it in the back of your head like, oh hey, we're gonna have to brake at some point coming up to this corner. It's not something we're just gonna be able to throttle all the way through. Kind of getting a little aggressive there, but it's all right. Let's get back behind them.
For weakness and keep looking for a gap.
Yellow gang coming through. About to take P1 and P2, baby. Let's go. All right. So halfway through lap 2, we've already got ourselves up in first place. Let's try to keep this up. I will say it does get a little bit more difficult when you're out in front, obviously. You're the one leading the pack. You're the one setting the standard.
Fantastic lines on this track. You're really feeling the flow now. Good stuff.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, last lap now. Keep on it all the way to the checkered flag.
We had an 8-second improvement. 8-second improvement on our split time between that second lap and the first one. Ooh, that was kind of a rough corner. If we would have been behind the Mustang, we would have known, hey, we probably got to slow down a little bit more, but it's all right. This corner I feel like we've struggled with here, so let's make sure we actually slow down and make sure that we stay down here on the inside. Okay. Woo! It ain't perfect, bro. You gotta be careful. You gotta be smart. I like the game a lot, honestly. I really, really do. I've been having fun with it, so I was pleasantly surprised when you guys liked it as much as you did. Hopefully the support's still there. I feel like the first episode on any racing series, or really any series in general, is always pretty exciting. People just want to check the game out and see what it's all about. But I don't know. Felt like the comments were good this time around. Shoot. He's getting around us here. He's on the inside. Gonna have to brake a little bit later. I don't know if he's still there. He's not there anymore. Get around this chicane. Go ahead and accelerate to the finish. Leave him in the side view mirror. Race. Oh my gosh, dude. I thought we had already crossed it. We got first by like not very much there. We got to make sure we win in a little bit more dominating fashion for race number 2. But that's a good start to our Class D campaign.
This is it, the final championship race. Let's take this one home.
Okay, so I guess we took off the wrap for this one. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch anything, but we've spawned in with the red Supra. It's all right. Honestly, the red and white looks really good together, potentially even better than the yellow. I was just trying to go for something a little bit different, you know what I mean? I didn't want to go with the generic color. But hey, if we get to see a little bit of everything, I'm down for it. We might as well put like a matte purple on it next race, right? Let's just keep mixing things up, keep things fresh. So we're gonna have a 5-lap race here. I would imagine it's gonna be a fairly short track if that's the case. Trying to get to the inside. Oh my goodness, dude. Look at this Lancer. What are you doing, bruh? You can't just run into people, says Trevor as he runs into people. I mean, you gotta kind of take what you can get. Obviously, is that lap 1? Yep, that's lap 1 right there. This is not...
Nice one. Fantastic move.
Nice one. Fantastic move. That was the guy in second place. We have nothing to worry about in our points total now, boys. Let's go. Straight up assassinated that guy. But yeah, I mean, it's not full arcade racing, but it is I wouldn't consider it a soft sim. I feel like, you know, it used to be a sim style game. This is definitely like a mix of arcade and sim. Maybe you'd call it a soft sim, like a really soft sim, like a Pillsbury Doughboy sim or something. Like it does have a little bit of realism to it, and you're not, you know, Need for Speed hitting the nitrous, that sort of thing. But it is not realistic at all in terms of damage. You know, car performance and stuff, yes, but damage and like running into other people and the just ridiculous battles that you get into, it's not in the sim category, if you ask me. But it's still fun. I feel like there's spots for that in racing games, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I love F1, as much as I you know, really enjoy getting super serious and worrying about our tire pressures and stuff, I also enjoy just driving and chilling. And this is good. I'm ready for some more, you know, arcade style games. I'm ready for some more Need for Speeds. Really what I want is a new Forza Horizon. We've got Dirt coming up soon, which is going to be exciting. Dirt 5. But, yeah, I don't know. Different style of racing game, but equally as fun. Fastest lap. Looks like we've got a pretty decent lead on these guys. Go ahead and hop back inside the beast here. It's a pretty good looking cockpit, if you ask me.
New fastest lap of the race. Good job.
My last race was, or the last lap was the fastest too.
Here she goes, and we'll take the win. You deserve this.
All right, will do, fam. We got one lap to go here. Woo, they got pretty close there. I'm not gonna lie, but
You've won the championship. Fantastic driving.
Gonna come out with a double first place in this championship. Obviously gonna have the most points out of anyone, and that should bring us a solid amount of XP to hopefully make quite a bit of money. So you make money every time you get a new increment on your driver level, which actually we didn't even get enough XP there. All those little arrows there, every time we hit that, I think in level 2 we're getting $7,500. Level 1, I think it was 6,000. So money's tied to your XP, and that's why it kind of gets a little bit grindy, because you got to win the races, you got to complete the challenges as you win them, and you got to rank yourself up, and that's how you get the money. Looks like we're gonna be getting a bit wet here, huh? All right, I like it. I welcome the challenge. Let's see what this is all about. It's got a 3-lap race. Goal is a lap time of 58 seconds. So this is gonna be a pretty short lap, pretty short race in general. We're gonna want to try to gain as much as we can off the start. Let's just be aggressive through this first corner.
Good start.
All right. Thanks, mate. Oh. Hit the e-brake a bit, do a little bit of drifting. Look at that. First 2 quarters, we're already up in first place. Looks like that rain might be helping us out. The AI's, you know, kind of being a little bit more careful than we are. I like it. Ooh, had a nose itch at a bad time. My nose is still itching, but I'm a professional and I don't let myself get distracted from the goal ahead of us here. All right, I really gotta itch my nose. You know, that is one thing that I am, you know, it's not perfect. This game definitely isn't perfect. I feel like the AI difficulty is very inconsistent. So we're still playing on max difficulty, no assists or whatever. I think we might have like ABS on or something. But we pretty much have everything turned off. We have the difficulty all the way up. We have the AI aggressiveness turned all the way up. And I feel like some races are pretty good in terms of difficulty.
Nice, smooth and clean lines there. Awesome stuff.
I almost feel like we shouldn't be able to beat them on max, though. I feel like max should be a little bit harder. But then sometimes we have races, like this one's a little bit different because it's wet. But sometimes some of the races, they're just like not even close. And we just absolutely dominate everything and everyone, and it's just not even difficult at all. So I would like to see a little bit more consistency with that, but I mean, you know, I also kind of complained that it was, not complained, but I said that it was kind of grindy, so you've got some races out there that you're pretty much guaranteed to win, and make sure that you get some bonus money and stuff. I don't know why my nose is so bad right now. Our last lap was about 1 second off of our goal. We want to try to hit those objectives as much as possible. So I'm hoping we're gonna be able to improve on our time by 1 second here. We obviously aren't gonna be able to get the overtakes because we've already passed everybody. I would imagine we're gonna end up winning this race, but we got to try to get that 58 second lap time. I guess we were 1.7 seconds off, which is quite a bit. Ooh, look at the water that's gathering on the track here. That's dangerous. We're plus 0.2 on our lap time here. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat it. It is raining like crazy out here, but hey, at least we're gonna be able to take home the gold. We'll take it. Yeah, that 58 second lap time is no joke. See, sometimes it's weird. Like, we couldn't hit that objective, but we dominated the rest of the competition. I don't know. Hopped in the jet and took a flight to Japan, baby. I guess we are kind of early on in our career. We're only here with a Class D license, so probably more like a Savage Cub, that little prop plane we had in the last Flight Sim episode. I actually really want to come fly around Japan. We're going to do that at some point in the near future in that series. But yeah, man, it's Japan's just it's beautiful. You know, all the architecture, all the crazy geography and stuff like that, which is what we're going to kind of see here. A lot of their circuits are just so windy and loopy and lots of verticality and just very, very challenging, very interesting. This is the birthplace of drifting, isn't it? All those mountainous roads and stuff. So we're gonna see what we can do here. We actually kind of have a pretty serious. Ooh, all right, this yellow Mustang, which has been our friend the entire episode so far. Just kidding, he's been like #1 enemy. Is up here messing with us, but if we can get all 3 of the objectives here, top speed 155. We already got the gain 3 positions, and then we got to win the race. We're going to be able to start up the Class D championships. We need 3 more targets beat, so that is definitely the main objective here. That dude just spun out behind us. Love to see it. I'm thinking we will probably end up getting the top speed on this straight here. I'm trying to draft a bit. See if we can get it. We might not get it. Ooh. We got it. Woo! But that is not going to make it easy for us to catch the rest of the pack, though, is the problem. We had to go wide to keep that much speed. Might have to dive bomb some of these corners. This is where the arcade racing comes out a bit. Dude, I mean, this one's kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. This one is much more difficult than the last ones. We're really going to have to lock it down and make sure that we race well here. That was a good corner back there. That was a good corner right there. We're getting all kinds of best lines and stuff. You love to see that. Just gotta try to catch up to these guys. Oh my goodness, dude. That first place seems so far away, but we really need that. Feel like that was a pretty good corner through there. Kind of stuck with them. Got a good jump. Got an early acceleration into this straight here.
See what you can do.
Last lap, see what we can do. We're gonna have to get.
Great job out there. Great move.
We're gonna have to get a little bit crazy. I've got a feeling, especially on this corner up here. I think this is our biggest opportunity corner, and it did not work out for us. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to dive bomb that. I tried to cheese that. I was just gonna use their cars as like a kind of a bumper rail, like in bowling or something like that. It did not work out. To be honest, I don't think we were gonna be able to win this race anyway. So it's you know, nothing ventured, nothing gains. We're just gonna have to complete one more challenge before we get that invite. So this is one of the ones that I did during my grind session before we started recording this episode. I did it in the Civic. Granted, we had to upgrade to the Civic to be Class D. But it's really interesting, and it's honestly really difficult. So we're gonna see what we can do here. It's just a really unique circuit, especially this sector right through here, this segment. You have these like crazy chicanes going up the side of this mountain, where you don't really have to brake too hard because the road kind of brakes for you because you're going so vertical. And then you get up on top of the hill and you go back down the backside. I'm pretty sure this is a real a real circuit out there in the Mojave Desert, something like this would just, it would be insane, dude. It'd be so much fun. Think about like Radion, the corner at Spa. It's got nothing on this in terms of verticality, dude. This is insane. Granted, you're not going through this in an F1 car, but still, look at that. You're almost like free falling through that segment right there. So let's see if we can get through here with no scrapes. Looking pretty good so far. Gonna want to break through here. We got to go back up this backside. Dude, this is just insanity. We're at 113 right now. We really, really, really want to beat that 127. That's going to get us the invite to the championship, and it looks like the Supra was able to do it. Obviously, would have put in a good performance here in the first race. If we don't have a good performance here, our second race isn't even going to matter, so let's see what we can do. Welcome to the Dubai Autodrome. I don't think I've ever raced here before, so we're going to see what we can do. I'm just going to go straight up this inside.
That's a great start, mate.
Try to brake a little bit late. Woo. Looks like we could have done it a little bit later. Seems like we had some people still go around us, but we're all right. We're going to be up at a P7 from P14, so that's a nice little jump off the start. Got a couple of Astons up here in front of us. 4 out of the top 6 are Aston Martins. There's a Mustang up in front. That seems right. That seems legit. Come on, baby. I definitely feel like these are DB11s, right? Shouldn't those be in a higher classification of cars than Supras and Mustangs? I mean, I guess we do have an upgraded turbo, but I feel like this can't be right. I gotta go around the inside. I hope they don't get me for corner cutting there, but these guys are just lollipopping it. It's not good. Need to be blue flagged or something. All right, so that's gonna be lap number 1 down. That's actually a pretty quick track. I guess a minute 20 lap time or so. So it's not that quick, but it seemed pretty simple. I will say that Mustang looks like he's really got a pretty commanding lead here, but we're gonna try to work on it here. We gotta be smooth. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I mean, this is kind of an interesting little segment. I like this now that we're out of the muck. I feel like we were kind of stuck behind so many vehicles back there. We couldn't race for what it is. Look at that skyline back in the background. That's pretty sick. Yeah, this is a lot more interesting track when you have room to roam. It's big, it's wide. I feel like it's a fairly easy circuit. Made up a little bit of time there. He's still pretty far out in front, though.
Push it as hard as you can now. This is the last lap. Try and take the win. Go on, go for it.
Go for it! I'm pushing. Need scenario 7. Scenario 7. I'm gonna brake a little bit later through this corner. I feel like we've been braking too early through there. Ooh. Came in with a bit too much speed. Ended up running wide. Got another Mustang on our back now. I mean, it's such a balance, dude. It's such a delicate balance, and especially when we're, a lot of these we're racing for the very first time. It's hard to know within 3 laps exactly where you can push. Might try to get a little cheeky on our chicanes there. Might be able to try to cut it close. As long as the stewards aren't giving us penalties, we're gonna be fine. Ooh, we're sliding there, dude. We had him on the inside, but we were sliding. Gotta get him here. Don't let it slide, Trev. Come on. We got him. Ah, it's not long enough. If that finish line was just a little bit longer, we would have been good, but that's all right. So as long as we finish in front of him and have, I think, 7 points separate. Yeah, 25 and 18. Okay. So as long as we can beat him by 7 points in the second race, we're going to be okay. A rainy day at Silverstone. Would you really have it any other way? I'm ready for it, baby.
Leave it all on the track.
Leave it all on the track. Now, I will say this rain is probably going to play into our favor. We saw one other rainy rain. Oh, just runs right into the back of me. Those 845s are pretty nice, though. I'm not going to lie. But we did see one other rainy race in this episode, and I would say that it greatly played to our strengths. I think the AI just kind of plays it a little bit safe, you know, in compared to what the cars are actually able to do. So we should be all right. We are clearly not racing on the normal Silverstone, you know, the full track, but I would imagine that's because it'd be such a long lap if you're not in an F1 car, if you're not going 300 kilometers an hour. So that definitely makes sense. Plus, like, some of the complications and corners and stuff like that wouldn't be nearly as exciting, like maggots and beckets and stuff. If you're not going that fast, it's not going to be nearly as intense. We're already off into a first place spot here. You love to see it, dude. The rain just makes it so easy. This is my favorite part of the track in an F1 car. You're gonna just keep it pinned.
In these wet conditions, we can make some changes to make the car easier to drive.
Keep it pinned going around that corner. We're going like less than half the speed, and we can't keep it pinned anyway. This is where we'd be starting to go into maggots and beckets, but we cut off to the right, and that part is cut off. Interesting. I like that, though. It's cool to see, you know, different parts of the tracks and how it's used differently for different methods of racing, whether it be, you know, stuff like this or like MotoGP and stuff. It's cool to see how the racetracks are re-put together for it. So yeah, I would venture to say this is going to be a commanding win. I mean, we are kind of sliding a little bit, but even with that, we're pretty far out in ahead. Go ahead and hop inside here. We got one lap left to go. I mean, this would be sick. I know a lot of tracks have like driving experiences and stuff where you can pay to go like rent cars, or
You've just posted the fastest first sector time.
they may even have like track days where you can bring your own car and stuff. It'd be cool to do it on some of these F1 tracks. I've done it on Spa, which was amazing.
You're leading by 5 seconds. Maintain the gap if you can.
But the problem is I did it on Spa before I was into F1. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. So like, I mean, it was really cool, don't get me wrong, but I really wasn't into F1 racing. I didn't really know what Spa was or how special it was and that sort of thing. So it'd be cool to go through and just kind of knock off some of the tracks. Might have to bring you guys some vlogs of that. I know the Red Bull Ring has a really good experience. I think you race around in like little open wheel car, not open wheel, but open seat cars.
You won the championship. Fantastic driving.
We'll take it, baby. All right, so that's gonna be a wrap. Class D, absolutely dominated, love it. I'm gonna go through, probably complete some of the bonuses and stuff that we haven't done yet, and then in the next episode, we're gonna check out Class C. So you guys will have to let me know what you want. Let's go take a look at the cars. Aston Martin Vantage, Dodge Challenger Hellcat, the new C8s. Dude, those things are bad. 911 Carrera S, brand new. 2018 Lotus Exige Cup, 430. Got a GTR driver level 7, not gonna be able to get up there, and a few others back here in the back. Why do they have a 2017 Camaro locked off like that? I feel like that's not really that exciting. I mean, it's a cool car, but it's not that exciting. I would say I really like anything on here. Two favorites would probably be either the Corvette or the Porsche, but I'm not against the Hellcat. I'm not against the Aston Martin. That thing's actually pretty sick. Lotus Exige, kind of more of a track-focused car here. Could be kind of interesting as well. So let me know what you guys want to see in the next one. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out.